Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, or good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. It's me again, Teacher Kent, and today we will continue our tour around the world, or tour around the places that speak English, in order for you to understand where you can go when you learn how to speak English, or when you learn how to speak proper English. We've already gone to Netherlands, the United States, and even the United Kingdom. Now we're going to the city of love, Paris. Paris, France. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's go to Paris, France. What are the things we can do when you want to go to Paris? Well, of course, the first thing that you should do is visit the Eiffel Tower. It's the single tallest or biggest tower in all of Paris, France. You can go at the top of it and you can watch the sunset from the Eiffel Tower. To discover Paris at its most enchanting, tourists should visit the Eiffel Tower at sunset. In the early evening, the gentle lighting has an ethereal effect. At this special time of day, from late afternoon until dusk, golden glows on the horizon lend a romantic quality to the vistas. From each member of the tower, the panoramas become even more spectacular as the sun goes down, with the city lights monuments illuminated and the Seine river reflecting the stunning colors of sunset. Another bonus, every evening the Eiffel Tower is decked out with glittering lights that sparkle for 5 minutes on the hour. Oh, every evening, I'm sorry, when you go to Paris, France, when you go visit the Eiffel Tower will light up. There's a whole lot of colorful colors that will show when the Eiffel Tower lights up. And when you go to the top of the tower, you can actually look down or you can have a 360 view of all the city, Paris, France. If you do not want to go to the Eiffel Tower, or if you're already done, you may take a Seine River cruise. Cruising the Seine River is a delightful way to see all of Paris' top sights while enjoying a relaxing experience. The Campagne des Bateaux Mouches offers scenic tours, sailing past the Place de la Concorde, the Louvière, the Musée d'Orsay, and the Notre Dame Cathedral, and other landmarks along the way. Tourists can choose from a variety of Butte Musée experiences, including daytime boat tours, brunch or lunch cruises, romantic dinner cruises, cabaret shows. At night, the monuments along the Seine are illuminated, creating a truly captivating impression. When you ride this river cruise, you can choose to ride in the morning, in the afternoon, or even have lunch or dinner while riding it. And once you decide to ride it on at night, all of the things you can see, it will lighted up by a lot of lights. It's very romantic. It's like you're having your own personal tour of the city of France while you are eating. So if you could go to France, take the Seine River cruise. When you've done that, you can stroll through the charming old quarters of Paris. If you watch Harry Potter, a lot of Harry Potter's designs come from the Paris, France. So if for those of you who like Harry Potter, you can see it here. The different types of houses that you see in the movie of the Harry Potter. The Quartier Latin, the Ile Saint Louis, and Les Marais are charming neighborhoods where visitors can soak up the ambience of medieval Paris. Begin exploring on the left bank in the Latin Quarter, the city's university quarter since the Middle Ages. After discovering the eclectic shops and bookstores of this lively neighborhood, cross the Seine River at the Petit Pont Bridge and head to the Ile de la Cité to admire the facade of the Notre Dame Cathedral. The cathedral is currently undergoing reconstruction after being damaged by a fire in April 2019. Now, you can visit through here, you can stroll through, you can walk through this area in Paris. And once you walk through this, you can actually find all different types of shops for every type of people. There are bookshops, souvenir shops, and even food shops. So once you're in Paris, try and walk in these paths. If you don't want to go to that path, maybe you can make a pilgrimage to Mount Saint Michael. Soaring above its perch on a rocky island off the Normandy coastline, the Abbaye du Mont Saint Michel appears as if a vision from heaven. Mont Saint Michel is known as the Pyramid of the Seas, thanks to its awe inspiring and otherworldly splendor. The island's glorious Gothic abbey has been a stop along the Way of St. James, a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela since the 18th century. The medieval pilgrims walked across the Bay of St. Michael's sandbanks at a low tide to arrive at the Mont Saint Michel. The bay crossing was the last stretch of the long, arduous pedestrian journey to reach this important Christian destination. There, you can actually go to this specific area. This specific area is like a small island. And this small island, it houses a lot of people. And when it's low tide, you can actually walk there and don't need to ride a boat to pass. It's a pilgrimage for those whose religion is Christianity. Now, let me just put my so that you can there, that's much better. Next, if you don't want to go there, you can discover the charm of artist villagers in province. Now, France is known for its art. France is a beautiful country, a beautiful city. Many famous Impressionist and Expressionist painters fell in love with Provence's quaint medieval villages and sun-drenched seaports, representing the gorgeous scenery in colorful works of art. The legacy of this cultural heritage is seen in the numerous museums and art galleries scattered throughout the region's towns. The medieval hilltop town of Saint Paul de Vence has been popular with artists since the 1920s. Marc Chagall lived here for 20 years, and during that time, he painted prolifically. The Office of Tourism offers In the Footsteps of Marc Chagall guided tours. Now, this specific artistic village is home to many of France's best painters. If you like drawing, if you like painting, you should come here. You will get a lot of inspiration on how you can make art because this area is so romantic and it has ancient charm. If you don't want to keep walking around in circles, you can attend the Royal Serenade at just Chateau de Versailles. A soirée at the Chateau de Versailles offers a glimpse into the bygone world of French royalty and their lavish court. Every Saturday evening from mid-June until mid-September, visitors may attend the Royal Serenade, a dazzling event held in the chateau's grand apartments. In the Hercules Room, in the hall of the Royal Chapel, the King's Guard Room, and the opulent Hall of Mirrors. The Royal Serenade brings to life a scene of France's ancient regime, complete with period costumes, Baroque music, and dancing. Special event includes a reenactment of the king's dressing ceremony and a court ball. The Folie Francois musical ensemble and the Compagnie de Denis Elevental dancing troupe entertain audiences. Now, before currently France has what we call uh, different type of government, because before they have kings too, just like in Thailand. Just like in Thailand, we have kings. In France, they also have kings. And if you want to experience what it was like when France had its kings, you can attend the royal serenade. You can see the people reenacting or acting out what it was like to live in France when it still had its king. Next, if you don't want to go there, maybe you want to learn how to cook classic French cuisine in Burgundy. The cornerstone of Gallic culture, the French gastronomic meal has been inscribed on the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Each area of France has its own distinctive culinary style, but the Burgundy region boasts some of France's most famous regional dishes: escargot, gougères, coq au vin, and both beef bourguignon. Cooking classes provide an immersion into the Burgundian lifestyle, with visits to local markets to shop for ingredients, instruction in preparing traditional specialties, and then savoring the delicious meals. Tourists can choose from a wide variety or range of culinary programs and vacations in the Burgundy region. You can learn to cook like French people. What are the French food that you like? How about French fries? How about lasagna? How about carbonara? Those are actually from France. It's so popular that it's known all over the world, even here in Thailand. So if you want to learn how to cook, you can visit here. Or you can ride a bike around Bordeaux. The Bordeaux region boasts some of the most attractive scenery in France: vine covered rolling hills, grandiose castles, and quaint historic villages. Cyclists may plan their own self guided tour or use a tour company to choose a cycling itinerary. A favorite cycling route from Bordeaux is the Roger Lepedy bike path in the Entre Deux Mers region, an area appreciated for its lush natural landscape. Part of this route runs along the tranquil tree-lined Canal du Deux. After about 20 kilometers from Bordeaux, the Roger Lepeby path leads to Crayon, an interesting medieval town that was once entirely fortified. Now, you can ride a bike around this cute little country area called the Bordeaux. Bordeaux is a very small part of France, but you can ride a bike around it and you can explore it all around. It's actually pretty nice and it's actually very relaxing. If you want to relax, this is what you should do. Or maybe you want to have a candlelight dinner so you can experience a candlelight evening at Chateau Vauxley-Vicomte. Tourists can spend a magical summer evening at the Chateau de Vaux-le-Comte, less than an hour away from Paris, by train or by shuttle. This listed historic monument is a masterpiece of 17th century architecture, created by Louis Deveau for Nicolas Fouquet, Superintendent of Finance to Louis the 14th. The chateau is especially renowned for its grounds that were landscaped by André Lenotre with its geometric proportions, harmonious layout, and dozens of fountains. The chateau's 33-hectare gardens represent the first Jardin à la Française, French formal garden, which became popular in Europe during the 17th century. If you're traveling with your loved one or with your family and you want to have a very nice dinner, you can have a candlelight dinner here at Chateau Vaux-le-Vicomte. The food is gonna be so delicious and it's gonna be an amazing experience compared to when you're eating here in Thailand. Remember, once you go to France, you have to do what the French do. You do what the locals do. Or if you want to see a very big organ, you can be inspired at the Chartres Cathedral Organ Festival. During the Festival International d'Orgue, the International Organ Festival, organ concerts, The Chartres Cathedral's renowned pipe organ brings inspiring sounds of sacred Christian music to the sublime sanctuary. Concerts take place on Sunday afternoons in July and August with a diverse repertoire and performers from all over the world. The festival offers sensational organ music from various centuries and musical movements. The Association Grandes Orgues de Chartres also hosts Les Soirées Estivales or the summer soirées, free organ concerts on Thursday evenings in July and August at Chartres Cathedral. The best part about France is that its culture. It has a culture of pure, undeniable harmony. It's pure, undeniable melody. When you go to France, it's pure art. There's a reason why France is called the art capital of the world. If you want to learn more about art, if you like drawing, if you like painting, go visit France. You will have a ton of possible experiences or possible inspirations for your next art. And that is it for today. Did you enjoy our tour around Paris, France? I hope you did because during Friday, we're going to have a class again. And I want you guys to study more about Let's Go. So you can go to all of the places that I'm showing you. You can use English to talk to these people because when you go to these places, there's only a little amount of people that can speak Thai. However, there's a lot of people who can speak English. That's why you need to study. Let's go. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. See you next time. Goodbye.